And it was like Tony, I don't know, Tony Schiavone's voice sounded shot. He has too many jobs, I think. He's wearing himself thin. She not only says he was a shitty barista at Starbucks, so apparently we can say shitty now on TNT, and there wasn't there one or two goddams. But this was a bad wrestling school promo that you would take somebody off the street and say, act like a wrestling heel. And this is what she was doing. Not only was it not in any way realistic, or where did this come from, or what the fuck after the past 4 months, why she's suddenly this bitch, but it didn't make any sense and she never got to a point. It was like they had told her something. She went completely blank, started trying to be a heel, had no idea how to. And right in the middle of her meandering, JR says, well, we don't need to hear any more of this. We'll be right back. And it's a taped show and they still cut it off. What the fuck? I felt bad for her, but why is she in this? Why did they even bring this girl into company? If they're going to, the only marketable female that they've had, that they could have started with, that they've beat her to death with all the Japanese schoolgirls. They've made the other American girls are now more impressive than she is because they've had better showcases. She finally gets a win, but now they're turning her heel, and she doesn't know how to be one. And somebody finally gets a fucking promo. Oh, God damn it. Anyway, we're 45 minutes into this fucking thing. And that's what we've seen. And here comes a 6-man tag, and it ain't going to get any better. I know the action may have, but to me, the logic did not. 6-man tag, Santana and Ortiz, who are, I guess, no longer proud and powerful, which sounded more like a fucking, possibly a lesbian march than a fucking heel tag team. Santana and Ortiz, and the biggest star in the company, Chris Jericho, versus Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Stunted Growth. Yes, Luchasaurus should be a big star, but they've pretty much made him a comedy fucking figure. Jungle Boy can be a tremendous babyface, but they have saddled both of them with this fucking freak show bullshit partner of theirs, and they have now allowed this idiot child to grapple in the ring one-on-one with Chris Jericho, and Jericho said okay, and I'm disappointed in Chris. Even if he did beat him and he got heat with the crowd because they like this fucking little idiot, but fucking hell. And the heels are more popular than the baby faces. It's no wonder they can't have logical matches, but the heels were more popular here again than the baby faces.
Well, to be fair, it is Jericho's cruise, so it's not like they're going to boo him on his own cruise. They were watching his rock concert the night before.
Yes, but goddamn it, then just try to not make it a goddamn joke. This fucking little twerp, he looked like a little girl wearing a life preserver. It was phony choreographed bullshit, which is the last thing that Chris Jericho needs to be in for this company's sake, because he's the one drawing the money and pretty much carrying the goddamn thing. They got all kinds of heat on Jungle Boy, and then Jungle Boy made his own comeback and then gave Luchasaurus a bland cold tag. And then somehow Luchasaurus goes and fights fucking Jake Hager back to the goddamn Baskin Robbins where Jake's kids are waiting, where he works part-time as a real estate agent, the way he dresses. And there is Stunt's tagged in, and there's Marco Stunt and Chris Jericho, and Marco Stunt got, it was either 2 or 3 quick little roll-up near falls before Jericho just knocks him out. So this was just a waste of 15 minutes of national television time and detrimental to the fucking company. And you can't tell me that anybody, once again, the idea is to make new viewers. You're in between 700,000 and 1 million forever? Because what person who knows who Chris Jericho is and has liked wrestling in the past that might turn on this program that would see Chris Jericho wrestling what looks like she would have looked like a little grade school girl, except he was topless. And they go, what the fuck? Now Jericho needs the money that bad, apparently. That's what they're thinking. It's not true. He's got money. I thought he had common sense. But that's what people will think. Why else would he be in that position? And here's Chris, instead of Chris Jericho being a big star, as he's looked in a lot of cases, on this brand new national television program on TNT, it looked suddenly like there's poor Chris Jericho on a boat on an outlaw show wrestling a kid. That's what this visual gave me. And we're an hour into this goddamn thing.
Hey, who has an easier job in wrestling than Jake Hager? Seriously, he hasn't had one match. He hasn't done really too much physical stuff.
Well, but you know what? The thing is, he's the only one that anybody believes probably watching AEW can actually whip anybody.
Because he can, yeah.
Because he can, and they presented it that way. Anyway, here's my biggest bitch. We're going to get this out of the way, and then we'll finish this fucking program. Like I said, one of them dunked, and one of them drowned. Here comes MJF. And everybody's going to think, oh, he hated it because he had to wrestle Jelly Nutella. Well, that's a small part of it. I keep saying just give MJF a good solid win, and they end up putting him against a fucking goof job guy, but still it's a good win for MJF, I'm thinking. Let me just also mention this. Once again, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, his physique is looking good now. The body language, the pace, the attitude, the facials, everything is flawless. It's a shame he had so little to work with here. They took it through a break, but still he was controlling most of the pace of everything, so it couldn't go, too far wrong. But there was no reason for MJF to take this long to beat. And let's face it, he's an underneath guy. If they're going to use him as anything, that's what he is. But then suddenly, they go through a break, and back from the break, Jelly Nutella gives MJF a superplex off the top rope. And, of course, MJF sold it like $1 million. But I'm thinking, Brian, even when there was a top guy and a top guy on to get a win on Raw 20 years ago when everything was making money, Did Aldo Montoya ever superplex Shawn Michaels off the top rope?
No, never. No.
Okay, so and MJF's a nice guy. He's trying to get along, but no, he shouldn't have gone for that. Not only to take the risk on being injured when he's a valuable commodity, but also because Jelly Nutella is nobody to give MJF a goddamn superplex off the top rope. But then once again, here comes Superbad Kip Sabian and Super Slut, whatever her fucking name is, his girl.
No.
That I don't give a fuck. This fucking goddamn romantic triangle bullshit. She was apparently fucking Jelly, so apparently there's something the matter with her. She's not the tampon girl, but there's got to be something the matter with her because she was fucking the blob of jelly, and now she's with Superbad. They come out on the stage at the entranceway and kiss. And this distracts Jelly Nutella so that MJF can hit his finish. Number one, they distracted the babyface. The babyface nominally in this, because nobody's the heel against MJF. The babyface is Nutella. So he looks like an idiot because he stands there and watches his girlfriend that he got fucking thrown over by kissing another guy in the entranceway and gets beat by the heel because he's an idiot. You made the babyface look stupid. Not to mention the fact that MJF needs a distraction to beat Jelly Nutella. In what universe? Once again, when did fucking Shawn Michaels need fucking distraction from Kevin Nash to beat Aldo Montoya?
Yeah, and that's the least bad thing they did with MJF in this segment.
Well, I was about to say, and then at least he gets a win. And then here comes fucking Cody. And Cody out to confront MJF, and they have built this thing up where MJF's got all that heat, and you can't touch me. You can't touch me or you won't get your match, and you've got to do this, you've got to be whipped, you got to be that. They've built it up, and Cody can't touch him. And MJF is really getting the fucking heat up, and then here come, once again, these two children dressed like high school kids on spring break and the same size. Actually, no, I know large high school kids. And they super kick MJF and throw him in the fucking swimming pool because they've been joking about nobody's gone in the pool yet. That's where they need a manager. Or that's where they need a mid-card heel like a Buddy Landell was in Mid-South. Or somebody that could have took the bump in the pool and got mileage out of it. But no, you fucking morons. Isn't Cody even fit? It's his own deal. There's no way you should have touched MJF and take heat off of him, blow steam off of him with shit like this. When you're leading to a fucking pay-per-view, Cody is over, and he's going to be over regardless of what happens. With this audience especially, now's the time to take MJF up. Don't have him fucking around with the young fucks. These two stupid school children. Don't get them in the way. Don't have them super kicking him. Don't throw him in the goddamn swimming pool. Oh, boy, I really want to fucking buy that pay-per-view to see that MJF get the shit kicked out of him. Oh, he just went in the pool. Well, okay, maybe I don't have to buy the pay-per-view.
That was Nitro booking right there.
You know what? Here's what they should have done. If they were thinking, oh, there's going to be a pool nearby. I know because I've been in many conversations backstage and dressing rooms like this. Was there going to be a pool? Well, somebody's got to go in the pool. Well, who'd go in the pool? Go, oh, MJF. They'd love to see him go in the pool. Well, let's let MJF go in the pool. For a momentary little ha-ha on their free television show and for people on a cruise, you just sacrificed the whole point of your goddamn pay-per-view main event. But that's all right. But here's what they should have done. After MJF finished beating Jelly Nutella without a distraction from his fucking former fucking whore girlfriend, the girlfriend that whored herself out to Jelly and is now whoring herself out to fucking Superbad Sabian. None of that. Instead, MJF should have just beaten Jelly Nutella middle of the ring with Cody Rhodes' finish, the Crossroads.
5 minutes.
As he did the double cross in 5 to 7 minutes. And then he should have taken Jelly to the pool. And he should have said, hey, you want to see somebody go in a pool, you fucking wise asses? Here you go. And then throw him in a pool. And then everybody would have laughed at Jelly Nutella. And MJF would have got some heat because he would be asshole-ish in the way he did it. And then Jelly would start crawling out of the pool. And then MJF would go over the side and stick his fucking right foot on top of Jelly's head and push him back under. He is now going to drown Jelly Nutella in this fucking pool. And I mean to the point where here comes some goddamn referees and maybe even a fucking camera guy puts his camera down and MJF knocks their dick stiff and goes back to trying to drown Jelly Nutella, who now they're throwing life preservers in the goddamn pool and he's holding this motherfucker down like Betty Davis and Joan Crawford would to each other in one of those old 60s fucking movies. He's going to drown this cocksucker. And here comes Cody Rhodes. And when Cody shows up, MJF backs away and Cody dives in and pulls Jelly out and starts giving him the goddamn CPR and is saving his fucking life. Well, we got to make sacrifices for the angle. If he pulls through, he pulls through. And he's looking up at MJF screaming, Max, are you out of your fucking mind? Have you gone insane? You fucking lost it. MJF was trying to drown the fucking guy. Cody saves his life. Cody's a babyface. Cody goes over like he wants to punch MJF, and MJF says, go ahead and do it. One shot, and you'll never get another one. Wait till the match, and you can punch me as much as you're man enough to, you fucking asshole, and walks off and leaves Cody standing there. That's the way you fucking sell a goddamn pay-per-view, you fucking amateur twits.
That's really good. They treated the best natural heel they have, and maybe the best natural heel in the entire business, like a jerk-off. On their show, as they're building up this big feud with him and Cody. Yeah. It doesn't make me want to see the cage match with Wardlow more than I did last week. On a bright side, I'll give a compliment to Jelly Nutella. It always, because he has such a non-wrestler physique, it always looks like his pants are going to fall down, and they never do.
I think he's got them taped. It's like the boob tape that the girls wear. He's got ass cheek tape on.
No, it infuriated me, that segment, because even when Cody came out, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't do this, have them face-to-face right now while you're building this up, but who knows? Maybe they'll surprise me and do something interesting. And as soon as the Bucks of old come out, shushing everyone. Don't say we're sneaking up behind this guy who can't hear us. I said, oh no. And then they took him to the